Good evening. It's Monday, September 21st. I worked today, and then after work, I did not game with my buddies. I had one of them helped out a friend or family member or something, moving some stuff, I think, today. They were just kind of worn out, and were like, you mind if we skip? And I'm like, nah, I don't mind. If that makes it easier on them, we'll skip. But I did. This evening I made some of those little breakfast biscuit sandwiches that I make. And it's the first time I've made them since getting the extra couple of egg rings. So it was a lot easier to time everything to finish at once. So all three of them had egg yolks that were nice and runny. Delicious. But I come to you today because we got some news, some video game news. Not good news. And not bad news. Just, we'll call it concerning news today. Bethesda Softworks is an amazing video game company. They've made the Elder Scrolls games, they've made the 3D Fallout games, the main titles there. They produce some of my favorite video games. They're known for producing very buggy video games, but I don't mind. Many people like their games on the PC because they can mod them, but I have no interest in modding them, and I prefer to play with a controller, so I like them on a console. And Bethesda Softworks was acquired by Microsoft for $7.5 billion today. And that leaves me a little concerned with their upcoming games. Was it Starfield and then the next Elder Scrolls game moving forward? See, we're about to head into a new console generation. PlayStation 5 and, well, the last one was Xbox One, so I'm guessing it's called the Xbox 2. It's the only logical name they could have given it at this point, but who knows. And I don't plan on getting either of them anywhere near launch. I'm currently at the point where I'm thinking, hey, I might finally get a Switch. Now, I might get it this year, or I might wait and see if they actually come up with an upgraded version next year, because there's rumors about that, but there have been rumors about that for like a year and a half, so I may just stop waiting and get it at some point. But at some point, I would want to get one of the consoles, and my preference, if I were to choose, I still use my PlayStation 3. I skipped the Xbox One, the X-Bone, didn't bother with that. I got a PlayStation 4 and have been quite happy. And my preference would just be to continue with the same, to get a PlayStation 5. But that only works if the upcoming Bethesda games are released on that console. Otherwise, it's just not worth it. Because those are like the main games I play on that series of console. You know, on a Nintendo console, there's going to be a number of games I play, but on my more generic console, where, you know, generally you can choose the Xbox or PlayStation option, and you're going to get mostly the same games. I don't really care about either of their console exclusives, but if Bethesda's titles end up being Xbox console exclusive, then that's going to matter a lot to me. Now, if it's just like a timed exclusive and not too bad, like a couple of months, fine. That won't. I am not the kind of guy that's like, I gotta play the game when it's brand new. I don't care. I'm currently working through Skyrim and Wind Waker. I do not care about playing a game while it's new. That is not the way my mind works at all. So that'll be fine, but I hope they release them for the PlayStation still, because that would definitely be my preference. And ultimately, I mean, Microsoft cannot win in this, because if the upcoming Bethesda games are good, well then, good job, Microsoft. You managed not to get in the way of a brilliant game company producing games. Now, I think Bethesda's last game was their Fallout MMO thing that was garbage. But that's not their style of game, so I didn't fault them for that. Unless maybe they just produce crappy games now, in which case if the upcoming games they produce are bad, yeah, that's Microsoft's fault. That will be 100% Microsoft's fault. They got involved and they messed it up, and I will be upset with them. So I can range from not caring to disliking Microsoft in this situation. So they're in a no-win situation, in my mind at least. But I don't know. I mean, that was just such a shocking news, because to me, like, Bethesda's like, why are they being acquired? They're like one of the top game producers, which I'm sure they're not. But to me, they are. And it looks like they are to me, because in so much news that comes through to my phone, well, so much of it's about them, but it's because my phone knows what I like, and it sends me things related to what I like, and they're what I like. So I don't know. I'm still hopeful. And I mean, I have no idea what the time schedule is even for Starfield or whatever that game is called. Although I'm hopeful for it. And I'm going to try and maintain hope for it despite Microsoft's acquisition. I think this puts Bethesda and Obsidian under the same ownership, though. And Obsidian is the company that made the Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, New Vegas game. So, I mean, that could be kind of cool if they, an easier swap of some talent between those. So, because that wasn't a bad game by any means. Had some cool robots. Cowboys. But, who knows? Otherwise, I don't know. Lazy evening. Been watching Critical Role. Not much getting done, but that's alright. I made it through the work week. Fed myself. Edited a video. What more can you ask from me? Thank you for joining me. Join me as my journey continues. Bye.